Welcome everybody to the Sunset Flip Wrestling Podcast. Your home for all wrestling, everything wrestling. What's up, Soto?
What's up, my guy?
You know what I'm saying? Just you and I this episode?
Yep, just you and I and you, just us.
You and I and you, that's crazy.
Right.
How's your weekend?
Pretty good, man. Pretty good. Just trying to process all these wrestling news all at once, and it's like it's draining, right? It's frustrating, it's draining, it's
Yeah, it's kind of exhausting. Like I'm sitting at work's getting busy. I'm here swamped doing 10,000 different things. And I go on my phone just to browse around and there's more Vince McMahon news and now stuff's coming out. And then with the Rumble, which that came with all the news that came out, what's really going to go down now, and then with Punk situation, and then you got NXT situation, you got AEW stuff, and SmackDown was electric, literally electric. We'll talk about that in a bit.
literally.
And now here we are now. Like, yo, I have no time to myself. I haven't played Xbox in 2 weeks. Like, what the fuck? Like this shit is hectic.
It'd be like that sometimes.
Yeah, this guy, life moves on so fast, and it's like, well, too late now. Time to talk about some wrestling.
So let's kick things off with The Rock versus Roman Reigns.
See, when I said this months ago, well, it felt like a year ago, you guys were like, nah, I don't know. Da 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 da. And then things turned out the way it did at the Rumble. And I was like, all right, well, okay, so we're getting Rock Roman 2. We're getting Cody Roman 2, which honestly was not a bad way to go about it because now we spoke about it. Cody gets to write the story. It's on, like ready to go. And then he shows up. And then he shows up to SmackDown. Cody looks at him. They smile. They got the infamous, first and foremost, RIP Carl Weathers. But that moment there looked like when Schwarzenegger and Carl Weathers and Predator showed up, and the full like muscular arm, whatnot, saying, "Yo, what's up, brother?" And all of a sudden they smiled, laughed, and Cody left, and then we got the epic Rock Roman stare down. We all know. I was like, all right, well, this match is officially on.
I don't even know how to process it.
You know,
To be honest with you, to be completely honest with you, I am not looking forward to this.
why?
I'm not. It just it does make sense and it doesn't, right? It does make sense because okay, that's the marquee matchup, right? But again, it comes out of Cody's expense.
How so?
There's no reason like him winning at the Rumble makes absolutely no sense then. Cody shouldn't have won the Rumble if this was going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
And there were sources saying that The Rock pushed for this match.
Well, TKO co-signed, like, yeah, if you want to do it, you can do that.
Right, of course TKO was going to co-sign it. He's part of the board member. But the fact that Cody won the Rumble, right? And it's been a year that they're building towards Cody Roman 2.
Mm-hmm.
And this whole finishing the story narrative. And the moment Cody said that he still plans on finishing the story, but it won't be WrestleMania 40, like I felt like my heart sank because I was like, The Rock is going to come out, isn't he? And surely enough, The Rock came out. And
if you smell,
while The Rock versus Roman Reigns is box office,
that is the match out of anything WWE. It is the match that everybody.
I don't know.
Wants.
They could have went so many different ways. Like I still
how would you have done it? How would you have done it?
Well, I still hope there's some kind of swerve, right? In which The Rock becomes like, let's say, special guest referee to Cody, or like a special guest enforcer to Cody and Roman, right? Kind of to like even the playing field, and then Cody wins, right? And then that kind of sets up the long-term build or long-term feud between Rock and Roman, right? Or you could have had Rock and Roman night 1, and then you could have had Roman and Cody night 2.
So I thought about that a while back. Like that seems like it's going to be the way to go. Because now you're going to have Rock, you're going to have Cody Roman. Well, yeah, Cody Roman night 1. Cody takes the belt. And then you're going to have this crazy like spiral. You're going to have an unleashed Roman Reigns who's going to be completely out of character. Is going to be out there looking for blood. And he takes 2 losses by losing to Rock night 2, and he goes on his hiatus, and then you run it back a year later, Rock Roman 2. Roman finally goes over, and now Roman becomes the new, like, the actual true head of the table, essentially.
Yeah, no, I get that, but look at how the reaction was as soon as they posted this video of The Rock and Roman
TikTok went crazy. A
staring
lot
at
of
him.
mixed reviews on
No,
that.
not only that, like it had over 400,000 dislikes. So that just tells you like people did not want to see this matchup. Like I get it, but this could have been saved for like SummerSlam or
They
something
wanted
like
the
that.
match, just not right now.
But my thing is, the match was Cody and Roman Reigns. Like again, makes no sense that it kind of like takes everything out. The fact that Cody won the Royal Rumble. All right, what for? Like we've already seen Cody versus Seth. We don't need to see it again. And Cody, is 3-0 against Seth?
Yeah.
So what? You're gonna have what? Seth win at Mania, and again Cody gets the short end of the stick. Or okay, Cody wins the title, and then what? Right?
You officially buried Seth Rollins over Cody. Cody, there's no way that Rollins loses to Cody ever again.
So
Like,
yeah,
they'll
to
never get
me
in the
it
match.
just
It's a clean sweep.
Again, there were sources saying that they're trying to like kind of change the negativity from the past week with the Vince McMahon situation, right? And then the whole fact that The Rock is trying to save WrestleMania 40 due to the injuries to Seth and the injuries to CM Punk, which we'll discuss in a bit. But I don't know, man. I feel for Cody, which brings me to the next topic. The hashtag we want Cody. The support, the amount of support
You
worldwide.
just made this. You know what? I'll come in terms. It was probably you. You were the one that was like, "Yeah, I'm putting this hashtag out. We want Cody. Come
Like,
save Cody."
usually when there's a legend returning, right, I'm usually all hyped up for it, right? When The Rock came out, I was just like, no, like I legit covered my face. I was like, no. And then the fact that you kind of saw Cody's facial expressions, like
He
damn,
knows
I
it's the right thing
really
to do, but he knows like, damn, like this really should have been me.
exactly. It's like,
Yeah.
damn, it really should have been me. Like, all right, if higher ups wants this, then But the question now becomes, when does Cody finish his story? Because I think they're trying to like swerve us by saying, oh yeah, Cody's story is winning the WWE title. It doesn't matter from who or whatnot, but us fans are like,
No,
no,
it's supposed to be a Mania.
no, it's supposed to be at Mania. It's supposed to be against Roman, and it should be for the title, and that just it seems like it all went up in smoke right now.
Well, the road to Mania has officially begun, right? So we have what, month and a half?
Till Mania,
April 7th. 2 months. Officially
2
2
months.
months away. We're
Yeah,
60
2
days
months.
away. So we'll see what that pans out. We'll see how that transitions with everything going forward, right? Because we have to know what's going to happen. No, this is all very preliminary. We know the direction you want to go. So how do they correct everything? And it sucks because Rollins is hurt. Punk came out saying that he's got torn triceps, and we'll get to that topic in a bit about that, because there's a conspiracy I have about that.
Yeah.
And it's just you see things, and you people are acting or whatnot, and it's like, well, I think they're throwing this wrench into the situation just because they can. I'm not 100% sure it's gonna go down the way we all think it's gonna go down. I think it's gonna go the way we want it to. But it sucks. Like, injuries happen. Of course, when this was supposed to be the biggest Mania ever with what they had planned, right? And so far, this is gonna be an epic Mania. There's just no Punk and there's no Rollins, or quote unquote no Rollins, right? So you're doing
Well,
the
I mean, no, no,
adjustments.
no Punk. I think Rollins will still get a match. And PW Insider, reported that the match is against Cody, which I don't know. Something in me says like that match is not happening. I still expect some type of swerve. I really don't think we're gonna get Rock and Roman at Mania. But
it's gonna be teased for a while.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be teased. I think the fact that Cody slowly walking to the back, then has like a stare down with The Rock, right? I think there's a swerve coming. Either like let's say like The Rock gets taken out, and then Cody and Roman is back on, and then during that Mania match to make it like even like because Jimmy Uso and Solo, especially Solo, is getting involved in that match. The Rock evens the odds. Like I'm praying that's how they kind of like built this up.
Right.
But if they stick to the script, I don't really know how I feel about this. Like right now, I'm a little bit like disappointed. Like
Are you really disappointed though?
To be honest, yeah.
Are you just bothered by the fact that damn, like what should have been two epic matches got nixed because of injuries?
Yeah, no, of course, because the plan was Punk versus Seth and then Cody versus Roman. But with Punk being injured, I'm okay replacing Punk with like you could have like a triple threat match. You could have Seth, Seth, Drew, and let's say a Sami Zayn.
Right.
Because it was also teased like 2 months ago when before Sami Zayn got taken out that he also wanted to pursue a championship. So you could have a triple threat match, and then maybe some way somehow incorporate Damian Priest, who does hold the Money in the Bank briefcase. Like I don't know.
A chance to do something. There's ways around it that we're trying to resolve. We're trying to solve the equation with what we have. There's a lot. If we really broke it, there's a lot more variables to be like and be inputted. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
There's a lot of input to be added into this, and this is all across the board, right?
Yeah.
So let's move forward. We got some.
I just wonder real quick. I just wonder if all this backlash about this matchup will cause WWE to change their story.
I hope not.
Because honestly, getting over 400 dislikes on a video, right? On a dream matchup that people have been calling for years now, and supposedly it's finally happening. That amount of dislikes could cause the WWE to change their route.
Right.
Let's go to CM Punk's injury update, in which it was reported that
torn triceps.
Right, CM Punk confirmed on Monday Night Raw. Torn tricep, and it's already been reported that he already went through surgery and was even backstage on this past episode of Friday Night SmackDown. So the time for recovery would be what, to like I would say August or September.
Yeah, he's out like 6 months. That's like the healing process, and then whenever he gets back, it could be like 9 months. He can come back next Rumble.
Oh yeah, he could. I
think that's the logical.
You know what's really interesting, that the fact that let's say he does return around that September, October, right? He did tell Drew McIntyre, "Oh, when I come back, like I'm coming for you," right? And the interesting part of all this is that Drew McIntyre's contract expires in April. So like there's been a lot of talks about those contract extensions between WWE and Drew McIntyre, and it's been known for a while that Drew McIntyre hasn't signed. So the fact that they would put on Raw CM Punk saying, "Oh yeah, I'm coming back," for you. Do you think Drew McIntyre in the end, like signs that extension?
He's coming back. He is one of the few guys WWE cannot lose. He's one of the few guys. There's a couple of guys you can lose, and it's okay because you can replace them, right? And I'll throw names out just because of the talent pool they have. If Ricochet walks, you're cool with that?
I would hate it.
You can replace what he's
Right.
doing, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's certain superstars you can replace, but the way like Drew McIntyre has been built the past couple of
Exactly.
weeks
So
/
you can name
months,
anybody you want to name.
yeah,
The way Drew's been going and the workhorse he's been for the past couple months, especially during COVID, like you can't lose a guy like that.
Drew
Not right
McIntyre
now.
has been the number one heel on Raw for the past couple of weeks.
Yeah, and he's been consistent every week. He puts on
But-
quality matches every week.
But again, you know that is a risk. The fact that Punk teased a match that may never happen. So we have to keep an eye on this whole contract situation for Drew. I personally think he resigns. I think it's just a creative thing at this point because I'm pretty sure that Drew McIntyre wants to be champion. We've mentioned on this podcast that Drew McIntyre definitely deserves to be champion again because the last time he was in front of in front of LED screens.
Yeah.
So he definitely deserves a run with actual fans in attendance. So and he was a big part of the COVID era. So
he was the COVID era. he really was.
Him and the 2024 Royal Rumble winner Bailey was also a big part.
Aren't you happy that Triple H and Shawn Michaels have learned how to recycle good storylines?
Yeah,
and use them in today's era.
Oh yeah,
I see Bailey and I see Batista before he broke up with Evolution.
Exactly.
And I'm like, well, Bailey's not a bitch, right? Batista was a dickhead when he turned over and found, you know what, I'm gonna be this guy. And I'm coming for your title. He was a dickhead, and people loved it. Bailey was like, she's not a bitch, nothing like that, right? She's not a bad person, but she became like over time. They did a great job, and she did a great job being the vulnerable one in Damage Control, right? EO, Asuka, Dakota. Those are all the hard nosed members of the group. Bailey became the leader and then became more soft spoken and reverted back to her what she once was, right?
Right.
With the hugs and stuff like that. She's going back to her older ways. And now they're exposing that. And now she's like, you know what? I want you at Mania. Takes out the pipe and just starts beating people. I was like, yeah, now we're getting the Bailey that everybody likes. We're getting the good Bailey again. This is officially her going back to being a face. And this is a perfect replica of what happened with Batista and Triple H. Now it's okay. He was not no Triple H, but Bailey's getting that. It's going to get a push the way Batista got. And when Batista got his first push, that was a really good run. That was like what?
That was his first
championship run.
Yeah, his first championship run, and in this case with Bailey, this is her first one-on-one WrestleMania match. And it's hard to believe, she's been in with the company for 7-8 years now. Yeah. And this is her first one-on-one WrestleMania match. So this is big for Bailey. Clearly this is a face turn for Bailey, and I hope the whole fact with the hugger gimmick, I hope she doesn't go back to that, because when she did get called up and she had that gimmick, it did become pretty stale really quick.
Right.
So
but it's not the exact thing, but something back to her being a face.
Like and she still now has an edgier character that she has developed with over the years. So it's going to be interesting again. Like now the main factor in this matchup between Io and Bailey is going to be Dakota, because you already know that Io has Kairi Sane and Asuka on her side, and Bailey has no one. And you have Dakota.
She's the one that's split in the middle.
Like, Dakota's split in the middle, and she's also close to being cleared. She's been out with ACL injury. So now, with Bailey, it's like, all right, this is it's your time, right? What do you think? Do you think she captures the title at Mania?
She has to.
Does she? Yeah, she has to.
It's been fun. It's been fun. Her first title run, she's been great. It's been nothing but enjoying watching her do her thing. But this has been a long time coming, so give Bailey her run.
Yeah, it has been ever since Kyrie and Oscar kind of joined Damage Control. It was only a matter of time till they kicked out Bailey, in which they did in this past episode of Friday Night SmackDown. And you just gotta love and appreciate the little details on, for example, on Friday Night SmackDown, where kind of Bailey picks up on the Japanese, right? And says, she knows that they've been
I mean,
talking
it was
about
good around
her,
you for so long. Like, you think I wouldn't catch up on things? But like,
right?
oh shit! Like, yeah,
Yeah,
dummy. Like, now look what happened.
yeah. So it was perfectly planned. It was well executed, and that match has so much potential. And
That's definitely gonna be a night one Mania match, Mania main event.
yeah,
That has to
yeah,
close night one.
yeah.
Just because
Oh,
the way this has been set up, the way it's been growing for a while, like how's it going to pan out? And now you have the definitive direction. Like
yeah,
it's clearly it's simple now. Before it was like, okay, how do you set this up? How, because you still have things you have to clear out. In one episode, Triple H said, "All right, this is what we're going to do," and they cleared out every detail that need to get ironed out and ironed it. And now, okay, now we're set for a crash course to Mania. We're perfect now. This has to be night one main event, no debate.
yeah. And speaking of like the little details, like wasn't it kind of interesting that Dakota Kai has been present every week, and the one week that they break up, she's not there. So
Yeah, pick on certain things like that. Like afterwards, like, oh, okay, hold on, this happened. Wait, where's she at? Wait, what's he doing here? It makes a whole lot of sense as you look at things from a certain point of view.
right. Oh, got a message from one of our viewers.
Do you?
It happens to be your brother.
Oh my God! Well, there you go. So I know, he'll be watching. He'll be watching the Mania match. He's gonna watch. He's on Peacock on April 7th and 8th.
Word. So we move on to another pair of champions, the Judgment Day. So are we getting new challengers for the Judgment Day? Past episode of Monday Night Raw, we saw the Judgment Day defeat DIY, in which was a great match, probably the match of the night. And a lot of people thought that DIY were going to capture the tag team titles, but they came up short. I think it's just a matter of time till they actually do become champion. I have this feeling, the whole fact with R-Truth kind of wanting to join the Judgment Day, right? And they keep kind of like neglecting him, except for Priest. But
He is Judgment Day. I don't know what anybody tells you. My guy is definitely Judgment Day. You saw the panel when they have him like in the Titantron in the
yeah,
promo. He
yeah,
just been like, yeah, like, yeah.
he's just standing there. Um, so
he's,
yeah,
he's another one. They can't afford to lose R-Truth. R-Truth has been gold.
yeah,
For I don't know. He's never had a bad situation, right? He's made everything perfect.
yeah. No, he's made the most out of this opportunity, and he was even number one in T-shirt sales, in merchandise sales. So that says a lot. And now, with receiving a beatdown from the Judgment Day, it seems kind of obvious that R-Truth won't have any involvement with the Judgment Day. However, during that beatdown, the Miz came for the save, as unfortunately he was also on the other end of the beatdown. But they've been teasing Awesome Truth, and they kind of been pairing both of them for the for a past couple of weeks.
It will be nice. That was a great group for a long time.
They was when they were heels, they were awesome. Do you think Awesome Truth becomes tag team champions?
Yes. You want to know why? Because they have to. At some point, you have to move the Judgment Day around, and them being champs is cool and all, but you have to give them competition. You're not giving them competition. So if you're not going to use them, dump the titles.
I think they should just split the titles. I feel like they're holding. I mean, not them, but WWE is holding those tag titles hostage because now you have a lot of tag teams, right? You have AOP finally
Who's
back
now
in
back.
WWE, right? You have DIY, who they can get another opportunity for the tag titles, but I think this is Awesome Truth's moment right now.
You have Ford and Dawkins, right? You're the Prophets.
You have the Profits, right? And then you have Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate, who recently became the number one contenders.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's time to split the titles. Finn and Priest has had a great run, but yeah, they have to kind of like find a way to execute that split
You know how you can do
because
it? You can have a tag. You can have a tag. Remember the hardcore skirmish that they had back in
what
WrestleMania
was it like?
18?
What was it like the 24?
It was cool. You could get pinned anywhere.
Yeah,
I wouldn't say I wouldn't have that, but have like a 16 skirmish. You know how you had the TLC matches and stuff like that.
yeah.
Just put a false count anywhere tag team skirmish, 6 teams at Mania for the belts.
Yeah, I just think it's time to split them up. It's time to split up the tag titles, because it just brings it'll bring credibility to the tag team division, right? And then it's like, all right, Raw will focus on their tag teams, SmackDown will focus on their tag teams,
And you can
because
grow from that point forward.
the tag team scene is getting a little crowded. So yeah, they need to split that ASAP. Quick news on some WWE free agent. So you know that Andrade is now signed to Monday Night Raw. Tiffany Stratton and Naomi are signed to Friday Night SmackDown.
Mm-hmm.
Now there's some pending free agents: Jade Cargill, Braun Breaker. Where do you?
Bianca's on SmackDown, right? She's on Raw.
Yeah, Bianca's on SmackDown.
Jay's gonna go to SmackDown.
You think SmackDown?
I think that's the match. That's the Mania match is gonna happen. So why would you have her on Raw and then not have interaction? You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make any sense.
Okay. How about Braun Breaker?
Raw. I said he was a Raw guy for months now.
Yeah, and it's been teased like he's going to sign to SmackDown, but I think ultimately Adam Pearce. I kind of love like this little feud between Adam Pearce and
we haven't
Nick
had
Aldis.
this since the Heyman McMahon rivalry when it was Raw and SmackDown
What
years
was
ago.
Heyman and Eric Bischoff.
Yeah, another one. Him and Bischoff.
Him and Bischoff. Stephanie and Bischoff.
Vincent Ric Flair. Like, there's a lot of options you can go about it. Like, you know, the whole dynamic. There's actual companies to be the better show. Even though they're both really good now, you can toss up either one and be like, oh, hey, like Raw's better than SmackDown. SmackDown's better than Raw. You know, it's now basically even, right?
Yeah.
But to have the competition now to show that, yo, like these guys are taking it seriously. Now you visibly see it rather than just like see it behind the scenes. It's good. I forgot who was the young guy's name? Oh my god, Maddox. Like, well, what? You were just there because of the authority? Like, boo. Like, what happened to Bischoff and Teddy Long? Like, hold on, man, player. But it's fun. Like, Adam Pearce is very, very good at what he does. He doesn't get the credit he deserves. And then I'm gonna call him Magnus because I know him as Magnus. But on Nick Aldis, like him being, you know, the GM as well, it works out very, very well. It's a great dynamic.
Yeah, it has been. Where do you? So, all right, I think Tiffany Stratton going to SmackDown or being called up and then signing to this SmackDown brand has been that's an incredible signing. We know the work she did in NXT. Her finishing move, which is the most prettiest, I think, moonsault.
Yeah,
She's very athletic. Yeah, she's very athletic, and she's going to be a name to remember for some time.
Yes.
And as far as Naomi goes, see that
she's back in the
it's
fold
interesting.
Now.
Yeah, it's interesting because now she's on SmackDown. Bianca's on
Where's
SmackDown.
The bloodline at? Where's her husband at?
Listen, I don't know. Well, see, that's the thing. I feel like with Naomi, they had the opportunity to like put her in the bloodline when she was. Oh, I don't know, but there's a lot of things you can do with Naomi now that she's back. You know, she had a great run in TNA wrestling. You can put her in the tag team division scene, right? Or you can have her as a challenger for Bailey and Io, right? We know
Yeah.
that Jade Cargill and Bianca, that's going to be another matchup that is destined to happen. It could be, I think it's very possible it could be at WrestleMania. If not, definitely down the line, maybe SummerSlam. But
I think
um,
it's Mania. I think Cargill
I
wants
think it's
to
Mania. You
be.
have to do it at Mania, in which maybe Jade Cargill goes over.
Yeah. And then maybe Jay goes after a belt, gets a belt, and Bianca takes it, and then you have that go back and forth for a little while. It's a lot. It's a lot of time. It's a lot of things to work with. There's a lot of options.
Yeah, because I don't think Naomi, Jade, Bianca, all those women that we just mentioned, I don't think they're gonna be in the title scene just yet, because the title scene will focus on damage control. It's gonna focus on Io, it's gonna focus on Bailey, and it's gonna focus on what Dakota Kai does. Because
Yeah.
after she's cleared, who knows? Maybe she wants to go after the title.
Right.
Right? Because right now she's kind of like split down the middle, but maybe she's leaning towards like Io's group. But I feel it makes sense to either for her to join Bailey or just
Stay middle.
or stay middle, or So who knows? We might get a triple threat match.
What is Carmelo Hayes? Is he officially going to be a SmackDown guy?
I think so. They've been prepping him for all these weeks for him just to sign a SmackDown contract. So his time in NXT is definitely coming to an end. I think him, maybe Trick Williams, because Trick Williams has also been used on SmackDown. Braun Breaker's another one who's definitely going to be called up. Again, it's just a matter of which brand.
How about the mysterious
He
Sasha Banks?
Sasha Banks is just a wild card at this moment, because a lot of sources out there are saying that she's definitely AEW bound, right?
Which
But
I think that's actually going to happen.
which I think it is going to happen as well. It's just that they have this perfect storyline, right? If she were
Just to
to
throw
join
her right in,
WWE,
and now you walk into a perfect situation.
yeah, like the storyline for Mercedes to join WWE is right there, where she could help Bailey. Bailey captures the title, and listen, they have gone on record saying that they want another one-on-one matchup between them. Like, you could have Mercedes then turn on Bailey eventually, right, and setting up their one-on-one. Um, but yeah, exactly. But the storyline is there. She could, Bailey right now is by herself against Damage Control, or whatever's left of Damage Control, and she's going to need backup. So it makes perfect sense.
Right.
But ultimately, I do think she lands on All Elite Wrestling.
Yeah, makes sense. Other than that, I don't see much about who's going where. I think it's just NXT. It's just going to NXT. Dragunov has full control of the roster, so he's good for a long time. You have all the women who got hurt are coming back between the Keto Lines and everybody else. They're all coming back up from injuries, so they'll be ready to go. So you have to move people out, right? Like Roxanne Perez, where is she going to go? Her
Roxanne
time is
Perez is
done.
another one who's probably going to be called up.
No, where is she going to end up being at? Because all those Braun Breaker, Carmelo Hayes, Trick Williams, Roxanne Perez, those four specifically are done. Like, they have
Yeah, they
nothing
they
left to
did
do.
nothing left.
It's just come on up and go start over again on the main roster. After that, once those four leave, you rotate 4 new people in, and you push those 4 guys, 5 women, whatever it is, and that's how you keep shuffling through.
Yeah.
You push other people out, and just call it a day.
So for those tuning in, you guys know that today is NXT Vengeance Day. So we are quickly going to predict the matches. I think there's like 6 matches on the card. Should be a great event. We'll start off with, yeah. We'll start off with the no disqualification match.
Dijak.
Dijak versus Joe Gacy.
Joey, my boy, is fun. You're doing very well. Like I just said, that Kovic is not. He's not gonna drop anything. Like he's too hot. Dragunov is too hot. Move on.
I'm going. I'm going with Joe Gacy on this one.
Are you?
Yeah, I feel like ever since the schism, kind of like went their own different ways. Obviously the dyad, they got released, and then um, what's her name? Ava Rain now becomes an authority figure in NXT. It just left Joe Gacy by himself. So we've been seeing like the storyline of him kind of, going manic and, without purpose, I guess you can say. And that's why I'm leaning towards Joe Gacy, because I think this is a sign of a singles push for him. And what a better way to make a person look good than to go against Dijak, who I believe makes everybody look good, just because of his wrestling ring style. And he's one who puts a lot of people over, right? So I'm going with Joe Gacy here, in which I think it's going to be a great match, because a no disqualification match with Gacy with Dijak, yeah, I'm all for it.
Yeah, I'm going Dijak. He's too. I think he's too hot to not lose. Too hot to
Yeah.
lose, or too hot not to win, rather.
With the mixed tag team match, the family versus OTM, who you got?
So, because the family has my second favorite Italiano in the world today, I'm going the family. I don't see OTM winning. I just don't see it.
Gotcha. I'm with you. I'm with you on OTM. I'm going with the tag champs here. So um this was, I mean, there's not much to talk about here. Hopefully this is probably the last match. I mean, listen, OTM could still probably like pick up
Do
the
you
victory
see any
here.
involvement with Rizzo and Parker? Like, do you see any of the? Do you see any like? You see anything with them too? Or it just be like hey, a couple of swings here and there. All right, tag me out.
I don't know. To be honest with you, I don't know. Maybe this is a match to maybe showcase both of them,
Mm-hmm.
to like kind of like help both of them grow, or this is just a another match, kind of like to increase OTM's value here and probably get another shot at the tag team championships, because obviously the last match that they had, they were unsuccessful. But listen, to be honest with you, the storyline, this feud itself, it's gotten pretty stale real quick. So that's why I'm going with the family here. Family, and
Gotcha.
then move on.
Yeah, I mean, I'm slowly becoming a bigger fan of Tony D'Angelo every day and Chandler Renzo. Like, I'm rocking with them.
Mm-hmm.
There's not my guy DiVincenzo, man. They're not the big ragu. You know what I'm saying? They're on their way to being ragu status. You know what I'm saying?
Where's
Top dog.
the where's the gabagoo?
Where's the freaking gabagoo? Hey.
Then we have the men's Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic, which we have the awkward but working pairing of Baron Corbin and Braun Breaker versus Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams.
So we know Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams going to be a group that'll be around each other for a while, right? They'll be involved with each other for a while. Braun Breaker and Carmelo Hayes will be a rivalry we'll see for a while on the main roster. Do you have any idea that Breaker and Corbin are going to win? I don't think they're going to win. I'm going Carmelo and Trick. I think it's just cohesion works. I think it's as shaky as that partnership has been, and they got to the finals because of two very talented wrestlers between Breaker and Corbin. Cohesion has to work, and Trick and Carmelo just got it down pat. Like, it's too easy for them to like coexist. There's too much influx and abrasiveness between Corbin and Breaker.
Yeah, to be honest with you, this one is really hard to predict. For the simple fact that I can see either team winning, right? Corbin and Braun Breaker have been they've been on the same page, right? As opposed to Hayes and Trick Williams, which there's some shady, there's some shady shit going on between that team, right? But I can see,
and yet it's so good,
right?
Like,
I can
it works.
see, Yeah, again, I can see both teams winning. I'm gonna go with you. Originally I had planned Corbin and Breaker, but I can see a situation where Hayes and Trick William are
Break.
on the same page for now. And
Mhm.
I say that till I get to the main event. For now. As much as Breaker and Baron Corbin have been a pretty interesting and entertaining tag team, I just feel like it's best for Braun Breaker to just then focus on the
Moving
main
up.
roster and do what he got to do. So um, that's why I'm leaning towards Hayes and Trick Williams here.
Okay, so we're
Um,
agreement there.
then we have the NXT North American Championship match in which we have Obafemi
Oba
versus.
Femi is going to win. I love Dragon Lee. It's been fun. You're not beating Oba.
Yeah, I'm kind of there with you, and that's like no doubt in my mind. I feel
Yeah,
like you know
this
what?
it's not a squash match. It's just like,
Yeah,
all right, this is gonna be a win.
yeah. Not only that, like for the short amount of time that Obafemi has been there, he's been super impressive. Super impressive. And with Dragon Lee, I just think it's time to just focus on the main roster. I
Right.
mean, I think you know what you did, what you had to do in NXT. Just now focus on the main roster, and Obafemi is going to be again a name worth remembering for some time in NXT. He's going to do some damage. So, yeah, I'm going with Obafemi here. So then we have the NXT Women's Championship match in which we have Lyra Valkyria versus Roxanne Perez.
I want to say Roxanne because I enjoy her work, but it's gonna be Lyra. Roxanne's done. There's no need for her to have a belt.
Yeah, I got Lyra as well here. I think the main the X factor in this match is going to be Tatum Paxley because we don't know. I think at some point she is going to cause Roxanne Perez the you know either with a distraction or attacking her, allowing Lyra to pick up the victory, and then maybe Roxanne could either get a rematch saying she got screwed, or it's time to Roxanne to go to the main roster.
Right.
But this match I'm definitely looking forward to because again, Tatum Paxley, not only is she the X Factor, I think she might be the next challenger up. Kind of so because this storyline has a lot of similarities, right? To the storyline with Trish Stratus and her crazed fan Mickey James, right? Back then.
Still to this day is one of the best women's storylines of all time.
So there's a lot of similarities between those two storylines, which is why I say, all right, Tatum will have Lyra's back and then eventually either turn on her or challenge her. But yeah, listen, if if Roxanne comes out victorious and with the championship, I'll be surprised. I'll be
Yeah,
shocked.
I think it's gonna be shocking.
Yeah. And then we have the main event, which is for the NXT Championship match: Ilya Dragunov versus Trick Williams.
Dragonoff. I love Trick. It's Dragonoff. It's just he's too hot. Jakovic and Dragonoff are two of the hottest guys in NXT, and it's just no, not now.
Yeah, man. I'm going with Dragunov, and the reason why is because of Carmelo Hayes. I think it needs to be revealed that first of all, it needs to be revealed who attacked Trick Williams, and these past couple of weeks, and I guess you could say months, it's been teased that it's been Carmelo Hayes, right?
Mm-hmm.
I could just see a spot kind of similar to, you remember Edge and Christian,
Yes.
when uh kind of like when Edge won the King of the Ring, and then Christian just like kind of like attacks him afterwards.
Yeah.
I can see that, like, yeah, Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams, they win the tag team classic, but I can definitely see Carmelo Hayes striking Trick Williams with the trophy. Like, I can see that. There's going to be some sort of distraction, or inadvertent hit on Trick Williams, which
something
allows
something will go awry when it's like, yo, what the fuck just happened? Like, all of a sudden, here comes Dragunov with the win.
yeah. Now if Trick William pulls the impossible, well, not you can say the impossible.
Impossible.
Because
It's as great as match is going to be. It's a guarantee, fucking Dragunov win. But if
right,
Trick Williams wins this,
I
then
mean,
you got another layer on this Carmelo Hayes situation.
exactly. You hit it. So yeah. So we both have Dragunov here, right?
Yeah, I think other than the Gacy match, the first one, I think we're all.
We're all pretty. Yeah, we're all pretty. Yeah. And then all right, the last topic on today's episode is Tony Khan's big announcement.
Who is going to be the new free agent signed? I don't know. Like, I'm cool with Tony Khan saying, "Oh, I got big announcements," but it's like, yo, bro, like, you can at least be more of a better presenter. At least, you say the same shit over and over again. I like Tony Khan. I love AEW. It's fun. It's enjoyable. All companies have the ups and downs. But powerful about AEW is a fun company to watch and to enjoy good wrestling. But Tony, if you're gonna be a showman, you gotta do better than this. Big announcement coming out on Dynamite.
I think he says it on every other week, and it's just like at this point, it's just eye rolling.
Yeah, it's just like, hey, announcement coming this week. Don't say a big announcement. You know what the fuck you're gonna do, bro.
Listen,
free agent. I'm telling you now. I'll bet you $1 it's a free agent.
Yeah, I'm leaning towards a free agent too. I mean, there is 2 free agents out there, who are rumored to join AEW, which is Okada and Mercedes Moné.
Yeah,
maybe sources are pointing it could be Mercedes Moné, but with Tony Khan, you just never know at this point. It could also be probably to hype up Will Ospreay, who's eligible to work AEW starting February 14th, which is the week after.
Yeah.
Because I think his responsibilities, his contract is up, and he's already fully committed to AEW, so he'll be there, I think, starting February 14th. But yeah, I think it has to either tease a free agent or, to some degree. And again, the 2 biggest free agents out there currently are Okada and Mercedes Moné.
Right. So we'll see. Like, say the announcements, like, oh, big announcement, just pop up and say, yo, breaking news. That's better. It'd be a better look than fucking everything else. I don't know.
I'd rather prefer they didn't. I mean, maybe, who knows? Maybe it's an event. Maybe it's a partnership. Maybe it's I don't know. But I'd rather
TNA collabed with WWE this past weekend for the Rumble, so that could be something as well, right? Oh, yeah. Collab, here's another collab, Ring of Honor, or here's another collab, New Japan, or here's another collab.
Yeah, maybe
AAA. Lucha Underground's back.
Oh, imagine.
I know you'll be excited.
But maybe it's a Ring of Honor event. Maybe it's who knows? Because at this point, it's very unpredictable. It could be anything at this point. So
that's just free. Actually, you know what? I got a question for you. What if, now see if I can word this correctly. What if Lucha Underground actually comes back?
It would be a lot to take to bring in Lucha Underground, because it's like the TV deal, and it's like, all right, who would be on board, because most of the wrestlers that were on Lucha Underground
are now in bigger companies.
Yeah, are already signed and whatnot.
Yeah. So what if they came back, and what if you hear Johnny Mundo is back on Lucha Underground? Think about it, because he was a man, right? You see Rey Mysterio.
He's currently signed with the AEW.
Did he really?
Yeah.
When did you do that?
Oh yeah, he's been signed for a while.
Like I've not seen him on TV in forever.
Yeah, because because they suck at
putting out talent.
Right. I mean, he's there. Ty is there. Then you have Santo Escobar, who was King Cuerno in WWE. You have
Yeah.
Ricochet, who was what Prince Puma in WWE.
Yeah.
Yeah,
A
it would
couple
take a
times.
lot.
I think
Now,
W's fucked up by
what I
not
do
putting them both on.
appreciate, is WWE. I think possibly changing the time slot for WrestleMania. So instead of 8 o'clock Eastern time, it's going to be 7 o'clock.
7 to 11 rather than 8 to 12. Thank
Oh,
God.
thank God.
So we'll see.
Because
We'll see how it
yeah,
goes. It just depends on what the move's gonna be. All I know is that it's gonna be special.
yeah. I mean, again, going back to that Rock and Roman's Roman Reigns. I'm hoping for a big swerve here. I really am. Um, that shaking the Rock's hand and then leaving, and then kind of there was like one last stare. It kind of reminded me of
This isn't over.
no, yeah, exactly. This isn't over. And you remember when Roman Reigns pinned Cody Rhodes, where like on top of the or mid ramp, like Roman's holding the belt, and then you had that shot of Cody Rhodes kind of like sad and whatnot and pouting. Like, yeah, I feel like I don't know. I feel like it's not over. I feel like we might get a swerve. I'm praying because if I'm booking it, I would rather put The Rock as either special guest referee or like a special enforcer, and then down the line, either like this SummerSlam or next Mania, have The Rock challenge Roman. But then again, you have The Rock kind of like
Look at the last comment on YouTube.
I'm thinking Cody was just trying to boost his Make a Wish numbers by gifting The Rock to Roman.
Oh, that's
That's a
crazy.
good
That's
one.
disrespectful. That's hilarious though. And they all still can't touch John
Wait,
Cena.
wait. Well, that's what I'm saying. I was like, is he trying to surpass John Cena?
Anyway, pass John Cena with that. It's just interesting. Like it's a lot that's going to go into detail and see what's actually going to pan out with that. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's a lot. There's a lot to break down. There's a lot to digest going forward. It's just you have 2 months.
I think we just have to see what happens now with this whole storyline with Cody and Seth, because that's the rumored match right now. But I mean, we've seen that so many times that I don't know.
We'll see. It is what it is. We'll see how it goes. But
Yeah,
I'm not
what was
convinced.
the whole point of Cody pointing at Roman at the Royal Rumble, plus
That was
winning
a
it?
great stare down. I was like, oh, this is gonna be good.
Yeah, no, you had the man win the Rumble, point at Roman, saying, I'm coming for you and whatnot. And that got me hyped. And I was like, all right, cool. Cody's finally finishing this damn story.
And
Because
now it's getting
I'm
pushed.
tired of hearing the word story and
Great story.
finish.
Stories are stories, bro. It's a great story. Understand a story is a story. It's an epic story. The stories don't hold now. Story.
Yeah.
Story. Get used to it. Speaking of stories, from a great story to a now shameful story, how do you feel about WWE has zero plans for Brock Lesnar for the
Yeah, I mean,
definite
there's,
future? And
there,
I don't know if you want to go buy some merch, his merch has been discounted heavily.
yeah, no, there's nothing. I think there's nothing else for him. I mean, it's
It's done.
Brock Lesnar was part of Vince's product, and they kind of like want to eliminate all that negativity. They kind of want to erase or undo everything that Vince has done. So Brock Lesnar being one of Vince's golden boy, and now with all this
That's all you gotta
allegations,
do. Just yeah, we're
all
done.
this all this allegations against Brock Lesnar, it's like, well, we kind of want to shift away from that. Like, we don't need that right now. Where our biggest event of the year is coming right around the corner. We don't need all that negativity. We don't want that.
And not to mention, that's another match that gets gutted because now there's no Lesnar Gunther match that was supposed to happen.
Yeah, you got
that's 3 matches on supposed to be an epic. Rock Roman, Seth Rollins, Punk Rollins, Lesnar Gunther. Like you can go down a list. Sasha Banks coming back, Banks Belair, Banks Cargill, all the possible matches you could have had in the bag have now to get shuffled around because of not just Vince, but the other things that happen, like injuries and stuff like that. So it's like, well, like damn, like
Yeah,
you got
he,
2 months.
he just got removed from every single WWE creative plan. So
Yeah, but that being said, I'm gonna buy a couple of shirts, and it's gonna be like $5 a shirt.
if it's like $5, I'll probably be like, nah, I can't support that.
You don't want to walk around the house with the Brock Lesnar next big thing. Don't.
The one thing that I saw was like the shorts with his logo, with the skull logo. I thought those were pretty cool, but
come on, man, just
nothing with his name.
buy me some shorts, man. I want the shorts with the tap out. What's other Jimmy John's? Give me the Jimmy John shorts, baby. Like,
damn, they removed him from what's it called? From creative plans and even the WWE mobile game.
Yeah.
So I wonder. I'm pretty sure they'll probably remove him from 2K24.
WWE country ass kicking the long sleeve with the hoodie is $35 to $50. $24 for the quarter sleeve, $20, $23, $5 for a keychain, a lanyard, $5, socks, fucking $10, Funko Pop, Lesnar Undertaker, $30. Like everything's trying to go down. A lot of stuff's been taken off.
Yeah, they're removing him from. They're removing him, so
it is what it is. But who are we to judge on people what they do in their own personal lives? Who are we to judge?
Yeah.
Let society take care of everybody else.
Facts.
So, but as for us, that'll do it and wrap it up for us for today's episode of the Sunset Flip Wrestling Podcast. We appreciate you guys tuning in week in and week out, showing us nothing but love, checking out everything we have on social media, checking out the videos, the clips. YouTube is growing very well. If you need to know, you see at the bottom of the screen, the link tree right there. All you do is click on that link. We have everything here. We have YouTube. We have Twitter. Soda and Henry call it X. I call it Twitter. You know what I'm saying? We have Facebook. We have Instagram. We're on Apple and Spotify podcasts, Google Podcasts. We're on Discord. No one's been in Discord, man. Y'all missing some good shit. All your wrestlers want to promote your stuff. You can be on here too, talking about this and the third. But where y'all at? We need y'all. I'm gonna have to put another promotion out on the Discord. Discord's supposed to be everything, and no one's on it. It hurts my soul because I low key like Discord. Discord's kind of easy. Email. Where else? We're on Twitch. We're everywhere. Everywhere we can be. Soon we'll be on Westwood One Radio. So we're moving to California, baby. I'm telling you, it's gonna happen. 20 minutes now. We're sitting right next to Broken Skull Radio. Talk is Jericho. Who else is on there? Who's that psychopath? Jim Cornette's on the other side. Like we'll all be in the same booth.
Oh my god!
And we'll hang out with your boy Dave Meltzer, your main man, David Cornelius.
Oh, your boy. Oh, okay.
That's not my guy. That's your guy. You because Dave
Meltzer your
got the
guy.
best news in sports.
Nope.
You got the best news outlets. Man's the Mark
you
Berman
not trying to set me up.
Come on, man. Imagine we're doing a nice. You and I also you hear the room shake and what the fuck is going on? Jim Cornette's fucking spazzing. I hate Vince McMahon. Oh, who's the other guy? That Cornette hates? What's his face?
Cornette hates a lot of people, I think.
No, but he said something on Vice. He was like, if I found he down with spill on his grave, I forgot the.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'll find the clip and send to you. Like, oh my god.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing a lot lately. I've been rewatching some of the episodes from Dark Side of the Ring.
No, he's got. Oh, Vince Russo. There you go. Vince Russo. And another bum. Another guy.
Yeah, I've been watching that show, and that you just learn so much.
Yeah, everything's being hidden. That's the best part.
I think I'm currently on part 2 of the Chris Benoit, but
Listen, there's a lot of stuff on that. Like, damn, like, so did he really do it? Was it really him, or was it like other things that got involved? And he was again, there's no
I
way
don't know.
out.
I don't know about like conspiracy thing, but that could be an episode.
We could talk about that. That like
Yeah.
the conspiracy theories of the WWE. We could have our own Dark Side of the Ring episode. We could definitely do one of those. That'd be a great idea.
Yeah.
Since it's coming back pretty soon. So, but yeah. What's your move for the rest of the day, kid?
I don't know. Maybe some Call of Duty. Maybe some. I don't know.
I haven't been on in a while. I should. You know what? Yo, you want to do this for a bit? Fuck it. All right, kid. I'll see you. Good episode. I'll see you in a bit.
All right, bro.
All right, kid.